Hey guys, I'm Ivory. I promised you guys at 10K that Steve would show up, so here he is. This is my husband, Steven Cherry. I asked you guys in the community tab what you guys wanted to see, and most of you wanted to see a Q&A, so I asked your questions, and that's what we're going to be doing today. Before we begin, do you want to describe yourself a little bit, Steven?
Sure. My name's Steve, Ivory's husband, and I work as a software engineer. I've been doing that for about 8 years, and yeah, that's about it.
Riveting stuff.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna go in order, and there's gonna be a lot of questions, so I'm gonna put timestamps in my description box so that way you can skip to whatever question you want to look at. Do you still want to go back into the corporate world, or would you ever do YouTube as a sole career? That's obviously for me. I would love to go back into the corporate world. It's hard to find a job right now in the corporate world. I don't know if I would ever want to go back into software engineering, just because I feel like I've been out of it for so long that my skills have
Atrophy?
Atrophy, that was the word I was looking for, thank you. But I would love to go back. I don't know as what though. I feel like I'm kind of one of those people that just never has it together. Like I'm a drifter in life. I don't know. And then this one's for Steve. What did you first think when Ivory started making money from YouTube?
I don't know. I thought it's good. I mean, I have no idea what to say to that.
All right.
What can I say beyond it's good?
It's good.
Like, literally nothing comes to mind. Just a blank
You know
slate.
what? It's good. That's all he's got to say. All right. Next question. I've always wondered if Steve was Asian. Do you have any Asian in you?
No.
Yeah, Steve's just white now that you know what he looks like. Do you prefer Ivory with or without makeup?
I like both.
Do you lean more towards one or the other?
Probably, I don't know. You look so pretty with makeup, and then you're also pretty without it. So, I like both.
There a look like you just really don't like? Because I remember when I first started wearing false lashes, Steve...
Oh, yeah, I hated the false lashes.
You've gotten used to them now,
gotten
right?
used to them,
Yeah,
yes.
but the first time I ever wore false lashes, Steve really disliked them. What is your favorite thing about each other?
I love that she takes care of me.
I knew you were going to say that. My favorite thing about Steve is very forgiving, and he has a lot of patience to deal with me. And I don't think he has that type of patience for anything else in his life except me. Takes a lot to deal with my diva ass.
Oh, Willow's still here.
Oh, hi Willow. I didn't even know she was here. Hi, baby. Do you have a favorite makeup brand?
Nope.
How much do you know or care about makeup?
None.
Okay, so when I asked Steve at the beginning to support my channel, he would just let it run and he would put it on mute. That's as much support as I would get. Like Steve
I
would...
watched a few.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know
think
that. He would like them, and that was about it. That's Steve's support, is that he watched a couple, but I don't think he watched them anymore. You never play them.
Yeah.
I don't need
You have
him
enough
to.
viewers now. Also, it's weird watching you like on film.
Yeah.
For me.
You know, for me, it's weird when other people watch me in front of me.
Yeah.
I think that's
It's like
weird
that.
too.
It's like-
Because I've had people that are like, oh, I watched one of your videos, and they'll show me, and it's like really awkward. Like they're like, we're watching it together.
That's
I'm like,
me.
Yeah. I was like, I know, I was there. What is a way that you take care of each other without either one of you knowing? I know what yours is.
Really? I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Steve does this with a lot of things, but he also does it with me. If you are sleeping, he will check to make sure you're breathing. That's one thing that Steve does. And I didn't know he did it. Do you still do that?
Sometimes.
Really?
Not often, yeah.
At the beginning especially, he would check to make sure that I was breathing. But he does that with dogs too. I didn't know this because apparently I scared Steve a couple times because I'm a light sleeper. And there was one time where I was sleeping on my side, and then Steve had his hand on my back. All of a sudden I felt Steve like jolt me. And I was like, what the hell is your problem? He's like, I thought you died. So yeah, that's what Steve does. Steve checks to make sure you didn't die in your sleep. Not on Steve's watch.
Nope.
What is something that
What do you do?
Oh, for me, whenever I'm cooking, if one looks better than the other, I always give you the better one. Did you know I do that?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, well, I do. Like whenever we make burgers and I toast the buns, whatever is less burnt, I give it to Steve. Christine would like to know your feelings on the whole fostering of dogs. Was it hard for him in the beginning as well to see them go? Whose idea was it to start fostering?
Well,
That's me.
it was Ivory's idea.
Yeah, 100%.
She wanted to do it. She did all the work to
Find a
certify
foster,
us.
yeah.
And pick the first dog too, I think.
Yeah, Bo.
Yeah, that was a really rough run for a number of reasons. The first night we got her, it was raining. We didn't know if she was like potty trained or anything, but like we had to take her out in the rain. Very frightened of us.
Yeah, she didn't trust people at all.
It was a bad first pick, I think. Pretty difficult, but we got him to love us. Took care of him because he had heartworms also.
So we kept him longer than normal people would. It also gave him a lot more time to bond with us, which made it even harder to let go. It's like I'm getting misty-eyed talking about it. I'm getting sad.
On the last day, we took her to the new parents, dropped them off, and we both started crying on the way out.
Yeah.
Like, it was
hard.
It was hard, but now we're kind of pros at it. It's
It
not
gets
so
easier.
bad. Yeah.
I would say only Bo was the one that was really hard for us. The rest have been pretty easy. How long have we been together? So we've been married. This will be our 4th year of being married.
Yes.
And then we've been together
For 11.
Yes, this
Almost
August.
11.
Yeah, August will be 11th. Any breakups along the way? Yeah.
Yeah.
In college. I think the first 2 years, because when Steve and I started dating, I was 18 and Steve was 20. And even though that's not a huge age gap, I think those first 2 years, I was still figuring my shit out and I was very immature. So you really had a lot of patience for me because I look back and I think I was so annoying. First 2 years were pretty rough dealing with me. I will say that. Was there a specific moment that made it clear that I was the one?
I wouldn't say a specific moment. Like pretty much as soon as she graduated, I mean, we were together like 4 years at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I was like already ready. I was like, let's get married.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I just
no reservations. I was just, I'm ready.
I don't remember if there was like a moment where we like looked at each other like, oh my God, this is like the one. I think by then we were already living together and we had been together for a long time. So it just seemed like the natural next step. For the engagement, was there ever a time when either of you second guessed moving forward? No. Once we were engaged, we knew. Annoying things that the other does. Oh my God.
Oof.
That's a whole video itself.
Yeah.
Like, let's hear mine. What's my annoying thing, Steve?
The most recent one was like, always want things cleaner than I care to clean.
What?
Like, you want vacuuming like every day. Although,
We have 2 dogs that shed like crazy.
I know, but I don't even notice. And it annoys me. But lately, I think that hasn't really been too much. We've been in sync on cleaning, I think, for the most part. Or at least you're being quiet about it.
Okay, so mine is that I want things too clean. So Steve's annoying thing is he doesn't remember things, especially dates. Like, for example, I'll be like, this weekend I gotta go see my friend for sushi, and I'll say it's at Saturday and I'm leaving the house at 5:30, and I'll tell him on a Monday. That Friday, Steve will say, are we doing anything this weekend? I'm like, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going out with Isa. He's like, oh, you are? What day? What time? And I'm like, I fucking told you. And then I will tell him, and then the day of, he forgets. It's a constant problem that we have. I tell Steve my plans, whether it's plans with friends or events that we have to go to, or if I have a doctor's appointment. Sure enough, when I actually have to go, he's like, where are you going? Yeah, Steve forgets plans. That's
very forgetful.
Do we want kids? If so, what's the max? We only
One.
want one. Yeah, just one.
Just one.
Where do you all see yourself after retirement? Do you think we'll sell everything and just travel forever? I'm okay with traveling a little bit more.
Traveling is very stressful to me.
But don't you want to like see the world?
No.
Fair enough. Maybe we'll split up.
Alright. Bye-bye.
Yeah. What do you want to do in your free time?
Community stuff. I don't know. Help people.
Dogs.
What are you teaching?
Me?
Me.
Oh, what are you teaching?
I don't know. High school.
We never talked about that.
I think I did. I think I definitely did.
I must have forgot. I would hope to still be doing YouTube of some level or whatever.
You can be like 55.
Who knows if YouTube will even be prevalent?
Oh yeah, probably won't.
Yeah, there's that too. What do you and Steve do during your free time?
Video games, internet, Twitch.
That's what Steve does on his free time. On my free time, I'm either watching movies or editing. I walk the dogs a lot. Like, I like to be outside with the dogs. Or Foster is what I do on my free time. What do we do together? I think that's what she asked.
We go on a lot of walks together.
We do. We love going on night walks and just like talking.
We watch TV shows occasionally.
And we do play video games. Someone asked me that. Do we play video games together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Some. Very little.
Yeah. I like to watch Steve sometimes too. If the storyline is good, I'll just watch him play as well. We usually play Resident Evil together. There was one period where Steve and I were playing Sims together, and I really got addicted to that, to the point where, this was in college, but I took a day off work at the salon to say like, I'm so sick, but really I was just playing Sims all day. I got really attached to that. And then after I died, it wasn't so fun anymore because I didn't really care about living on my legacy through my kids. So I stopped playing after I died. Oh, and we played Overcook.
Oh yeah, Overcooked.
That was a good game.
Didn't we play something, not you, Miami? Didn't we play something else too?
I don't know, but usually it's Resident Evils.
Yeah.
is what we play. What are some culture clashes that you have?
I'd say pretty much none. Ivory's American.
I'm very
Pretty
Americanized.
much the same culture.
Although I will say that Steve doesn't have a lot of experience with other types of foods other than American.
Yeah.
He's a meat and potatoes type of guy. He doesn't even like fried rice, which I think was odd. He likes just steamed rice.
Yeah. I have a very bland palate.
What is the defining moment where you knew you loved Steve and vice versa?
I'll leave this one to you because I don't remember anything.
I really don't remember either, actually, now that I think
It's
about it.
been so long.
Yeah. I wish we had some romantic
I know,
story.
we need some photos or diaries or something.
We need to record our conversations because I really don't know. How did we meet? We didn't even talk about how we met. So me and Steve met at a birthday party of my friends. This was a junior year in high school, and so Steve was in college. And I was with a different boyfriend at the time. So me and my boyfriend went to her birthday party because we were both friends with her. And then this other girl kind of invited herself to the birthday party, and no one really liked her, but she invited herself, and she said she was bringing along a date. And who would have thought that Steve would have been her date? We immediately don't like Steve because we don't like her. But I remember that when I first saw Steve, I immediately was attracted to him. I remember telling my boyfriend at the time too, I said, oh my God, I can't believe that girl got a guy like Steve because he's so cute. And my boyfriend ended up snapping at me and was like, well, why don't you just marry him? And so I did. And then how we started talking, they broke up, him and that girl. My boyfriend, let's face it, he dumped me. I messaged Steve first because I was nosy because I didn't like the girl, but I also wanted to know who broke up with who. So I Facebook messaged Steve and I said, oh, I saw you and that girl broke up. What happened? And Steve was actually really nice, like very respectful. He's like, oh yeah, we just weren't compatible with each other. But if I hadn't reached out to Steve, we wouldn't be talking to this day. What are weird things that you do that the other finds annoying? For me, it's that Steve laughs really loud. You know how you laugh differently when you're alone versus when you're with people? Like, say it's just you and you're on your phone in a library. If something's funny, you would be like, like, you'd be quiet about it because you're alone. You don't want to look like a psycho. But that's not Steve. Steve laughs just as loud when he's alone versus when he's with a group of people, and it can be really embarrassing. One time, so me and Steve went to the same college and he had a free hour, so he's like, you know what, I'll just go to one of your lectures with you. The lecture was a gen ed, so it was like this huge Coliseum looking type of lecture hall. We were in the far back, but the professor made this super dry joke. Nobody laughed except Steve, and Steve was laughing like and it, like I said, it was like a theater, so it echoed throughout the whole room, and Steve was the only one who was laughing. The professor, he had to talk in a microphone because the room is so big, and when Steve laughed, the professor grabs the microphone and he says, thank you, to Steve, because he's the only one that laughed. So that's your annoying thing. Do I have an annoying thing?
Annoying thing?
A weird annoying thing.
Talk really loud on the phone. Like, so loud.
Okay.
Very annoying.
I will work on that. What is your fave feature of each other?
So beautiful.
Oh, I would say your eyes. You have very nice. Oh, and you have great eyelashes and nice hands.
I love your hair.
Oh. How did Steve propose? It was December 20th, so it was right before Christmas.
Yes.
Steve knew that if I wanted to be proposed to, I told him I would like it a public-ish setting, but just the two of us, if that makes sense, like on a beach or something. But he took me to this place where normally, I think it was a park. During the Christmas time, they put lights everywhere, like there's chandeliers in the trees, and there's lights in the river or the pond. There's Christmas music playing everywhere. It was kind of like a winter wonderland type of thing, and you kind of go along this path, and in the path there's like hot cocoa, there's food.
Yeah, there's light shows. We walked through the whole place, and at the end it started raining, so I had to rush. We got to a place where it was just the two of us, kind of away from everyone. I got on one knee, said my whole speech, which I don't even remember.
Yeah, I sort of remember.
Because we both knew it was coming, so we're very high on adrenaline. A bunch of people saw us and they started clapping, which was kind of cool. And we went to my parents and told them the news.
Yep.
And
that was it.
That was about it.
Just curious if Steve was supportive or not of you making a makeup channel in the beginning.
Yeah, I think I was, right?
Yeah.
Bought you the camera and the lights.
For my birthday, I remember you upgraded my
I
microphone.
got you a new mic, for your birthday. That's right. I remember that.
Yeah, Steve's always been super supportive of this channel. Who said I love you first, and who caught the feels before you first started dating?
That was me, for sure.
I feel like
I was definitely more into you than you were into me.
Okay, that's true.
Especially at the beginning. And I was the first one wanting to say I love you, but I waited.
Oh,
you got
yes.
mad at me.
Yeah, I did. Because, okay, I knew I loved Steve, but Steve hadn't said it yet. And this was about 5 months into the relationship. And so I was getting really frustrated because I wanted to say it, but I feel like I have always been the one to say it first. And I always get my heart broken, especially with the guy that I was dating before Steve. So I didn't want that to happen again. I went about it the wrong way, but I found out that the reason why Steve held off was because the next couple weeks was going to be New Year's, and you were going to tell me at midnight when the fireworks came on that you loved me, and I had no idea that Steve was waiting for it, but I had to be an impatient asshole. How is Ivory as a wife? Stubborn? Caring?
Both. Very stubborn. Also very caring.
If you were to make a YouTube channel, what content or category would yours fall into?
My hobbies are mostly just video games, programming, politics. So probably somewhere around there.
An interesting blend.
Yeah.
Are any of you two gamers? You are a gamer.
Yes, I am.
What's your current favorite game?
I really like Subnautica and probably Disco Elysium.
I'm not really a gamer, but I will play with Steve if he really wants me to. Because I know Steve really likes, or you always appreciate when I at least try to play with
If
him.
I find one that works.
Yeah. Because I can only play
Third-person
Yeah,
games?
third-person games over the shoulder or...
Well, you can't play as first-person.
Yeah, I can't. I get a headache for first-person for sure. That's all the questions.
Oh, okay.
I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that you got what you wanted, which was to see Steve's face. Would you ever do this again? How do you feel after this?
I suppose I feel okay.
Were you nervous?
Feel better. A little nervous, yeah.
Yeah. What's the hardest part about filming?
Thinking of things to say.
Yeah. I think the hardest
And
part.
knowing where to look.
You just look at there.
Well, sometimes I look over here to see what we look like.
Let me know if you want Steve to come back on this channel and what we should do, because other people want us to do other things too, like a mukbang. They said like we could do something together, like you pick out my makeup or something, or
That would be a disaster.
yeah, well, or like something interactive, but not just like a Q&A, something
Okay.
interactive. But let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in. Don't forget to like this video and comment down what other types of videos you'd like to see from me. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I would love to see you come back. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. Millie, oh my goodness.
Millie.
She just really wants to be a part of it. Maybe we should turn it off then. Millie, are you staying here?
Seems like she is.
Yeah, she's staying put.
You're right in the center, and I'm off to the
No,
side.
like look. I'm like here.
Yeah, right in front of the camera.
I'm used to being the center. I'm alone when this happens, so I'm nervous too.
Maybe a little nervous, yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Ivory.
Wait.
What is the fuck? Why can't I just talk?
No, where do you want me to look?
Oh, at the lens.
At the lens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just look at the viewfinder.
Well, I'm looking at the...
Hi guys, I'm Ivory, and oh my god, I don't even know what my intro is gonna be. I usually do like 10 different ones.
Oh my god. I told you to prep more. It's gonna take all night.
This is horrible.
I need to get the laughs out.
Got the gigs.
Yeah.
Do you want to say a little bit about yourself, Mr. Cherry?
I have no idea.
Okay. So no.
Yeah, my name's Steve. I'm Ivory's wife. And her main patron.
You said you're my wife.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living, Steven?
Software engineer.
Why do you say that so quick? Do you not want people?
Well, no, I'm
Do you
gonna.
not want people to know? Millie, we're busy.
How are you? Oh, yeah. Okay. Hi, baby. Okay. Yeah. Very good. Okay. Okay.